Hey guys, this is Tearless here with a kind of a preview of what Ashran looks like at the moment. Right now, I'm here using Farsight with that is kind of bugged out for shamans. So you're gonna see it skipping all over the place because I had to cut out all of the loading screens. But this is Ashran as it stands at the moment. This is July 15th, and this is the build that Ashran's in currently. Right now I'm standing off the coast of the Alliance base. You can see right here, you can see the Alliance town to the right hand side, and then the Alliance garrison up top there. Now we're on top of the Alliance garrison. This is actually the level 3 barracks that will be put into your, I guess, base that you can put into your garrison, so to say. But Ashran here, this is the end point of Ashran, or technically what it's supposed to be. This little hut right here is not the faction hub. That's a mistake that a lot of people have, is that this is the faction hub. No, this is the end of Ashran. So this is the, I guess you could say, the Doom Baldar of the Ashran, I guess you could say, battle, is taking over this little garrison fort that they have here for the Alliance. I'm going to go ahead and go inside the level 3. This is the level 3 barracks here. You can see the inside of it. And we're going to be skipping in here a lot because we're going to go downstairs here to check out the, I believe this is the dungeon that will be used. And the reason why I'm showing you skipping around so you can actually follow me throughout Ashran. This is the dungeon and the jail cell that is in the garrison at the moment. And I believe there's a quest item that even ports you here if a faction player uses it on you. So we're working our way back up. We're going to head back outside. And so this is the fort, basically, that the Horde will try and take at the end of the, I guess, it's the grand goal of the Ashran instance, is to try and take this fort if you are Horde. So we're working our way down this hill here, and this hill will take you into where the faction hubs will actually be. Faction hubs are not up top, they're down here and across the way. So we're making our way over here. Right now these faction hubs are really tiny, and I desperately hope, and I am pushing on beta servers and forums to make these bigger and not just I guess a grouping of tents, which is really annoying. There are several garrison buildings inside this faction hub. I personally think they should just make it a level 3, a showcase of level 3 garrison buildings. Right now I'm on top of a level 2 mage tower that you can put inside your garrison. We're going to drop down here, and to the right there is an engineering works that I believe you can get if you are an engineer or you want engineering stuff on your character. Not quite sure what the other two buildings are, and I don't know what those buildings in the center court there are, but I do know that that one on the right is an engineering building. Over here that we just went into, this is the level 2 barracks that you will get in your garrison. So just a little quick look at it. We're back outside. You're going to go check out, this is the Dwarven Armory that you can put in. I believe this is a level 3 Dwarven Armory that you can put. You can still see the ground being bugged in and so forth. So definitely not a completed process. The reason why there are no NPCs here is because I'm actually farsighting from my garrison all the way in Frostfire Ridge. So it's quite a distance to travel. And that's technically on a different server, so none of the NPCs outside show up. This is the level 2 mage tower. It's actually really cool models that they put in the game for this. So heading back outside. This is basically the Alliance base at the moment. I'm really hoping that they make it bigger. I can't imagine servers like Kel'Thuzad and Sargeras trying to fit all their Alliance population in that tiny little faction hub. So we're back at the point here. You can see down there, that is the faction hub at the moment. So they have space to grow and make it bigger and so forth. And I prefer there be a singular entrance, so it's like a real challenge to actually try and invade that place. Right now you can come up on the shores if you really want to. But what we're on top of right now is going to be the, I guess, final goal of the Ashran battle instance. So now we're moving into the main of Ashran. We're at the Alliance Tower, I guess, kind of situation right here. Ashran is supposed to be set up without, kind of like Alterac Valley, and have a main road down the center with a garrison on each side like Doom Baldar and Frostwolf Keep, and then it's supposed to be wider with objectives on the west and east side. So just taking a look at, this is the center, the beginning of the center road right here. We're gonna go down here towards the west side. Take a look at this. I have no clue what this little mine is, and so I was kind of intrigued by it when I first was recording this. So we're gonna hop back out here. And we're going to head back up on top of this tower at the moment. So you can see the view from the tower, and you can see straight ahead right there, that is the road that goes straight to the keep. That is the east side that I'm showing now, and then over here is the west side. And there are 3 objectives on the east and 3 objectives on the west side at the moment. That was their original design. So you can see one of the objective areas there down to the left. And we're going to move across and see if we can see the other ones. So you could say that's the southwest objective. This is the far west objective. It's this Colosseum looking thing. Ogre Colosseum. This is Ogre architecture that they have put into the game that you see here. You see a lot of this in the Grand High Mall Raid instance. This almost looks like a Circus Maximus from Rome. Ogre style, so to say. This is the, I guess you could say, the northwest point of interest on Ashran. We're going to head back towards the middle here. And I'm actually going to head to the direct center of Ashran. This is the very center of Ashran. It's the midway point of there's the Horde Tower in the distance. So this is the midway point. There's west. There's the Alliance Tower in the south. And then this is the east side. So now we're going to head over to the east side and check out their stuff. There's this throne here that I don't know what its objective will be. It seems kind of closed off from the rest of the stuff though. So I'm behind the throne now, just trying to navigate my way over to the southeast objective, which is a mine. If I can get down here, you can start to see the mine down here. Just take a look at everything. Ashran's a lot bigger than it looks from the surface, and that's because there's a lot of underground mines and just there's stuff everywhere. It's just really wide. We're gonna have a lot of moving right here as we try and move into this cave. There were a lot of loading screens here. So now you see this cave. It's pretty big. Pretty significantly big. Not quite sure what objectives will be in here. Just kind of taking a look around. I don't know what that throne is there. There's a throne there to the left. I really like this flaming bridge here. Curious as to what it will be used for. We're going to make our way out of here. And we're back out. We are still in the southeast section of Ashran, making our way north behind the objectives. So this is areas you're not able to get to. And we're going to drop down into the northeast section here. It's kind of an Arakoa themed area. The low trees, a lot of the textures here are stuff that you'll see in Spires of Iraq, but those are Arakoa buildings that you see right there. And then we're moving back up. I do not know what this objective is up here. It's another ogre thing. This one kind of surprised me because it's an extra objective on the east side that was not expecting to be here. So it's possible that Blizzard has expanded and now there's 4 objectives on the east and west side as opposed to there just being 3 with the central road in the middle. So now we're at the Horde equivalent of that Alliance Tower all the way across the map. There is the central road straight ahead. You can see the Alliance Tower way in the distance there. And that little, I guess you can call it a tower, is right there. It's a new tower. It's a new model. You can't complain. I like it. Whoops, got in the trees there. So we're gonna move off here a little bit to the west. You can take a look at the west objectives there, those coliseums that we saw earlier. And there's the main road, and then the Horde base and tower right outside its garrison. So now we're going to move into the Horde garrison. Down there is the Horde faction hub, and we are on top of the Horde garrison that is not a part of the faction hub. People don't really understand that. Like, this is going to be on a different phase from what your faction hub is going to be. So go ahead and drop down in here. Take a look at the stuff. I believe this building that we're going to enter is not the inn. There's a distinctive difference between inn and town hall now as far as garrisons are concerned. I believe this is the level 3 garrison town hall, so to say. It's not called town hall over on the Horde side, but I can see the props there for the mission specialist, and there are the props right there for the building, I guess, tables for Gazlo. So this, I'm pretty sure, is the level 3 town hall, or whatever they call it on the Horde side, inside your garrison. So when your garrison gets to level 3, it'll look like that. Over here, I believe, is the level 2 barracks that we just jumped into. So I'm going to head out here and then head down to the Horde base down in the bottom here. Trying to weasel my way around this tree here. And the Horde faction hub is large, way more incomplete than the Alliance faction hub. They just have 4 buildings here around a bonfire. I really hope that they just expand on it more. I think it'd be really cool. I mean, I know people really wanted to see Karabor and Bladespire Fortress, but honestly, in-game, those places are huge, way too big, and I just don't think they would be very enjoyable. You find yourself running all the time. So what I'd like them to do is to make our faction hubs a kind of showcase of the level 3 versions of everything we can put in our garrison, because the new models that they've created for our garrisons look fantastic, and I think they could do a really cool job. They could put a giant, bonfire in the center of the Horde town and have the buildings around that, and then on the Alliance side, they can, put an Alliance themed or Draenic themed thing there and make that part of it. I'm not quite sure what this building is supposed to be. It's a Horde. It's one of the Horde garrison buildings. I'm just not quite sure what it's supposed to be. It could be an inn. An inn is actually something that you can put in your garrison, so it may be a Horde inn, like level 2 or level 3. So that's basically all of the Horde garrison. I think one of the other buildings there is a Spirit Lodge. That's the Horde's version of a Mage Tower. But they really don't. Their side is even more incomplete. But you see all that land there, so there's potential to put a lot more there, and I hope that they do. I hope they kind of separate the faction hubs just a little bit more from the bases, and then put a big bridge to it, and makes it really difficult to try and invade these faction hubs. It's going to make things fun, real difficult if you finally get to the garrison. So this has basically been an overview of Ashran. Ashran is consistently changing, and these were the faction hubs. Hopefully these faction hubs will bulk up and be bigger and more enjoyable to be in, because let's face it, we're going to be sitting here for the next 2 years or so, and we don't want to be bored. So I'll see you guys later. Tearless out.